Okay, I've given up on the possibility of me sleeping in this spot. The sun is hitting the car pretty hard right there and holding it. That guy's running a weed whacker. Cars and trucks are very noisy along this road. No matter how exhausted I am after maybe an hour of sleep last night, I cannot sleep here. I have to get these dogs back in the car. Now, in some ways, Bear has been a really good influence on Pancho. Pancho loves having an hermano and loved running with Bear when they could. But now, Bear doesn't run. But Bear, he's a piece of work. He's a spectacular dog, but he sure doesn't have the concept of collaborate or Magic. For most of his first year with me was like desperate to make me happy. So attuned to my needs, just trying to be the best, most perfect dog he could. He has observed Bear not really being defiant, but also not being yielding. He's never taken orders from anybody. He's been a street dog his whole life. He's run his own show. He loves me. He wants to be with us. But when I say you have to come with me, he checks inside himself whether that makes any sense for him. And a lot of times it doesn't. He's quite cozy there. The breeze is really nice for those guys down in the shade. It's a good spot for them. And he doesn't feel like getting up. And he's infirm, you know. He's got still nursing a broken hip. And when I hit a speed bump yesterday, he likes to ride shotgun and likes to stand on the passenger seat. So if I go over a speed bump too hard or brake too fast when I see one at the last second, he goes flying. So yesterday he took a fall into the pit there, and his left front paw, the good one, he's not using it since then. So he's not 100% by any means. So I don't blame him for wanting to lay low, and it's like 100 degrees. So one of the ways he's not been a good influence on Magic is Magic has seen what it's like to defy Dad, to say, no, I don't think so. I don't feel like it. So he often these days is doing exactly the same thing. No, I don't feel like it. So I'm completely compassionate for myself that last night I really lost it on both of them. And last night threw Magic into the car in a really rough way and yelled at Magic really loud for barking too much. And then this morning, when I wanted him in the car and he kept trying to jump out, I was really rough with him. So I don't like it. It's a side of me I don't like. It doesn't help my relationship with them, but it's happened. So the thing I do to not go frontal with them is I leave them. I do. I don't know what I do. I don't. It's not totally a bluff. I go far enough that they can't see me, because if they can see me, they're not going to come. So I'm going to have to go around that bend down there with Bear limping and in pain. Yeah, well, what else am I going to do? You know, what else am I going to do? I can't drag him out of there. He's too heavy. My arms are wore out. So I'll drive around the bend and wait and see if they show up. And if they were to list out into the road, they'd be in trouble. But there's a lot of, they're going to take the path of least resistance, which is right up the side here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up there. It might be a cooler spot for me up there too. And I'll just wait. It is actually a bluff, because I won't actually leave them behind. But it has thrown a fear into Magic a couple of times, where after I do that, he behaves. So let's see how this works. I'm going to take you off the horn. I'll just put a comment about whether it works. Okay, here we go. If I can even drive straight now. Note to John, there's a big speed bump right there. I don't see him so good. You know, they don't like all have yellow stripes or anything like that. But look, this motor scooter is going to slow down or go around it. He couldn't go around that. Sometimes they can go around it. Okay.